Welcome, survivors, to the Macabre, where the spirit of Halloween meets the apocalypse. Prepare yourselves to embark on a journey through the darkest corners of Rust in the most haunting base I've ever designed. Featuring a furnace wall, sectioned off compound, 2 bunkers within your compound, a mini open core, and 2 more bunkers inside the core, and an insane shooting floor. This is the perfect base that offers both online and offline raid protection. Don't just survive this Halloween, thrive in the supernatural style you deserve. Stay tuned for the full tour and build guide if you dare. Like, subscribe, and join us in the ultimate Rust Halloween adventure. Happy haunting, and may your loot be plentiful. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Macabre walkthrough. Let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. So the Macabre is a 1x2 that is designed for small to medium-sized groups. So I would recommend anyone from a solo to probably a 4 to 5 man. So one set of externals is 1,000 frags. So that's 2,000 for one set of externals. Then the other set is 4,000. So it's about 10,000 a day just to upkeep your externals. And then moving on into the gatehouse right here. You've got the Patrico peaks that allow you to look up and down your compound. More useful once if those furnaces get broken. So we do have a sectioned off compound that allows raiders to only be locked to one side of the base when they breach. And then this side of the compound also hosts a bunker. So this can hold a battery as well as some box space. Moving on to the other side of the compound, we've got a furnace wall here. And then your entryway. This compound is completely secure by turrets that are guarded by the chain link. Moving on into your core, you've got bedroom respawn points that allow you to defend from your bed that look into both sides of the compound. These are extremely overpowered. So we've got some extra coffin space, and then moving on in, this is the jump up, but it also acts as your override bunker. So this base also has 2 bunkers into the main structure of the starter. So one is meant to protect you and extra loot that it's kind of like your high quality loot, and then the other one acts as your entryway into your core. And then to seal this up, you just put you just upgrade to whatever grade you like. Yeah, so this is kind of like your mini open core. It's got all your box storage right here on this level. You also do have a very good conditional peak that allows you to look on both sides of your compound in case they breach right up against your compound, or your gatehouses. So moving on in, you've got a heli peak right here, and then this also acts as your jump up. So you have a crouch peak here, and then you've got a very good shooting floor that allows you to see every angle possible. And then you've also got peaks right back up on top of your roof. So moving on out to the part that's kind of open. Still got more peaks. And then this is your main kind of platform to defend from. We've got some very good peaks that allow you to look into the deep part of your compound. And then you've got more crouch peaks that just give you more and more angles. So it's a very defendable roof. You also have plenty of turrets watching over your roof, and then you've got respawn points up here to defend from below, to defend from above people that are raiding down below. And that is the base walkthrough for the Macabre. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the build tutorial for the Macabre. Starting with the starter, we're going to build a simple 1x2 with an airlock. Nothing special about this at all. We can go ahead and make this a half wall right over here. I put the triangle down right here. PC goes in this corner. I put tier 3 or whatever you guys got going on right there. And then beds just along here. If I can get it. Okay, and then you can place your boxes however way you like. This is your starter, like this. Very simple, and you should be able to get this up within just a few minutes of light. Okay, now once you get your starter down, we are going to immediately work on the 2 override bunkers. So I'm going to come on and turn on symmetry. But you're going to have to do this twice during the way. So I start like this. I go ahead and put a full wall here. Okay, to start the override bunkers, you're going to place a triangle, square, triangle, delete these 2, and come out from this triangle and go out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Place a square just like that and delete all your build out, and then you build back the squares. Make sure that when you're placing this, it's connected to like your build in right here. And then we're gonna come in here and place a foundation. And if you look closely, the blue dot should be flowing from the right to the left. So once you got that, you know you've done it right. And then come out here, delete the square, and you're gonna go and repeat that once again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Place your square, and then build back. Okay, and then once you have that, we are going to be able to place, or finish the bunker. So 2 half walls right here, and then I like to place the roof for this on this side. And then if you've done it right, you're going to place a frame off of this wall right here, the one that's highlighted. And if it's worked, you'll be able to place a ceiling off of that right there. So that will seal it up. And then to open this up during a while, place it just like that. And then, yes. So symmetry didn't. Okay, and then on this, just go ahead and seal that off. That is the override. Alright, and once you have your override bunker working and built, we are going to start on the other side of the externals. So we are going to come down here. Once again, I do have symmetry on, so you're going to have to repeat this twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a triangle. Then you're going to build it back in. Just like that. And then build 3 squares out. So 1, 2, 3. Cap that off with a triangle. And then we're going to build back in just like this. Okay, and then we are going to delete this right here. And then we are wanting to keep this triangle right here and then delete the rest. Just like that. And then you should be able to make this into your gatehouse. Okay, and then bada bing, bada boom. So this is your external gatehouse, like that. Placing frames later. Let's go ahead and connect this to the externals. So the way I do these externals, I build out just like that. And then I go 2 squares from this triangle. So 1, 2, and then place my external gatehouse seal. Okay, this is a perfect spot for the TC. Go ahead and place a window here. Okay. Now we are not going to connect this as of yet. Moving back to this side, we are going to just do this. Actually, no. Okay, so we're going to place 2 half walls like this, and then this allows us to build our second set of externals. Or bunkers, rather. So you want to come here. This is kind of tricky. So you want to come here and make sure that this twig foundation, the corner closest to you, is in the wall of, like right here. So you want to make sure that this is connecting. And then there should be a little bit of a gap here. And when you place this, it should be 77 or 78%. And then we are going to place walls just like this. And then seal that off, just like that. So to open up this bunker, you come right in here, and then that'll open it up. And then to seal this up, or to connect this to the external so that this part of the shell isn't decaying, you just connect it with frames just like that. And when you're placing this, make sure that this frame is connected to this part, because if it isn't, it won't allow this bunker to work. So just to test it, you want to come here and place that, and if the wall's opening up just like that, you've done it right. Okay, once you have one set of your external TCs going, we are going to finish the shell and build the other external TCs. So coming off your override bunker, we are going to put 2 triangles just like that, and then we are going to place, this is going to act as your jumper. Like that. This is going to be your entryway. And then right here, this is either locker space or battery space. We are currently using them as battery space. And then coming off your multi-TC bunkered parts, you're going to place a triangle here, and then a square. So I put 2 windows like this, and then this will allow us to have our Patrica peaks, and then we're able to put that as a door. And we're going to do the same on the other side. And then you should be able to seal that up just like that. And then come up to these jump ups right here. So there is that. And then we are going to make externals off the override bunker section. And the way I do this is you come to your jump up window and build out 3. 1, 2, 3. And these are the exact same externals as the other ones built on the other side. And once we have our external gatehouse made, we are going to then build out and then place our second set of external PCs. So just like I did last time, 2 triangles out to get this square socket facing outwards. We're going to build 2 squares, and then our PC. You got to make sure that these are half walls, or else the disconnectable TCs will not work. Alright, and once we have the external gatehouses built, let's go ahead and connect them. So on the ones that we just made, these gatehouses do not need to be connected to the main base at all. This is just to secure your compound and get everything made. Okay, so to connect this TC, I build just like that, and then to get support for the remaining, and then once I have that, I get rid of that. So at this point, they're disconnectable. When you're wanting to disconnect them, you come over here and then place a like that. Right now, let's keep them built like that. Okay, so that's one set, and then to repeat the process, just like that. So with that, everything's upkept. Nothing at this point should be decaying. Okay, once you have all externals made and we're positive that nothing is decaying, we're going to move on into making the second floor. So starting from your jump up, let's go ahead and place 2 windows as such. We're going to go ahead and connect, or roof that off. And then at this point, you should notice that everything on this side is connected to this main TC, or this external. And you should see kind of where the splits are to what is being upkept on what. So you do not want to place this square like that. That will ruin the part of the base. So make sure that this split looks exactly like mine. And then I go ahead and place a wall right here, 2 half walls. Actually, go ahead and place 2 half walls here as well. And on this is where I do that. And then coming in here, we're going to do 2 low walls. That. Go ahead and place all my frames as such. So these are going to act as your loot rooms right here, and then this is going to be your campfire peaks, all of that. So once you have this, go ahead and add. These are going to act as your jump up later for your shooting floor. Okay, like that. And then let's hop up and let's seal this off right here. Again, make sure that this is connected to the other side. And then what we're going to do, 2 frames right here. Get more frames right here. And then I place triangle ladder, like the ladder hatch. That. Make sure everything's good here. And then once we have this base is ready for the shooting floor. Alright, I forgot to mention that sealing off this and making this the actual peak, you want to come to the outside of this section and place 2 ramps like this. But if you're having issues with stability, come down into the shell and place frames, and you'll be completely fine. You won't have any more issues with that. Also wanted to make sure that every builder knows that the way to seal this bunker and to break it is to place a ramp like that. So do not, and I want every builder to make sure that their entire team knows, do not place a frame right here, because if you do, you will not be able to open the bunker at all. So, and then to open and seal this bunker, you just come on this side, just like that. And then, once again, to open it, you place it right there. is open for you. Alright, and once your second story is finished, let's go ahead and start right into making the shooting floor. So we're going to come to this side where we have our interesting peaks. I don't know how you'd call it. Place a frame as such. And then I go ahead and block that off like that. As soon as you can, go ahead and place a triangle ladder hatch. Like that. And then from here, we're going to go window, window, half wall. And then that. So that is that section right there. And then from here, we are going to place a half wall here. Frames like that. And then this is where your roof is going to go right here. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So half wall, frames on either side, frame on top of the half wall. And then put windows on each like that. And then so once you have that, that is that side finished for the shooting floor. And then from here, I like to seal this off right here. And then I place a window facing outwards like this, because this will create our ankle biter peaks for roof retakes. And then coming in the middle here, I have ramps like that, just for a little extra box storage up on top. And then let's get started on this section. Shooting floor. Okay, first things first, we're going to come to where the ramp's at, and we're going to place windows on all three like that. And then from here, we're going to go half wall right here, frame, another frame, just like that. At this point, it should let you place a triangle roof like that. But when you're placing this, make sure that the grade for this roof is different than it is these. So what I like to do, what works well, is I go and use the Adobe. Because it doesn't create an overhang here, so this jump up is still very accessible. Let's go back to metal. So half wall on the outside, frame, then windows on each of the frames, and then I'll come out right over here. Switch to Adobe. Go to roof triangle. Just like that. I place two doors facing out right here. One could be used for vending machines, while the others could be your access point up on top of the roof. Then I go ahead and seal this, put a low wall, and put a triangle like that. So go ahead and seal that off, low wall, and then place a triangle here on top of this. Seal that off and put a low wall, so this acts as a peak up on top of your roof. So at this point, you've got this all made. To add bedrooms up on top of this, I go ahead and place half walls up here. Place turrets up on here as well. So I would have let's get a bed. And how I I would do that, and then place chain link around this so you won't get hurt nearly as bad. This is a really good spot that I use for turrets. Place turrets looking down right here. And then up here, I like to make these these aren't as good as what they used to be, but they're still pretty effective. And then from here, I like to... This is where I'd like to put the windmill towers. Once you have enough stability, you could... But anyway, this is where this build-up right here is where the windmills will go. And then with that, that is this base build complete. I guess I could show you guys real quick how to do the funnel wall. So when you're doing the furnace wall, rather, you want to make sure that you should have 3 furnaces on each side. Before I start placing furnaces, make this frame to where it comes out, because you can put a chain link gate here, and it'll section off your compound. And then you can get rid of that. So you'll have a part of this that is sectioned off. Okay, so starting the furnace wall, I like to go on the side where there's a the frame sticking out here. And then I will just find that sweet spot for as high as you can get, and then I place it as close as I can back to that frame. That's the sweet spot. And then I come on the other side, and I pretty much go right off the corner of that. And then like that, you have a very tight compound that is very sectioned off. And then to repeat that again, I always start on the side where that frame is coming out. I'll get that as close as I can to that frame, and as high as I can. Bam. And then I come back to this corner, this section right here. Again, as high as I can, and then the middle. Again, creates a very tight compound, but it's also sectioned off with a gate. Let me show you real quick what this will look like with the gate. So with a lock on that, so if they do break into your compound, they only have access to half your compound instead of the whole thing. And then once those are placed, we could do the compound walls. The way I like to place these. Right off that. I go off just a little bit, so it's a little easier to seal, but there's not a big enough gap to where they could abuse it. So once again, yeah, I come off just a little bit. And then there is your compound complete. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. That is the entire base build for the Macabre. I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the end of the video. If you guys have any questions about the process of building this base, just please @ me in my Discord and we'll get things sorted for you. Peace out. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling build of the Macabre. If you're ready to turn your Rust experience into a haunted adventure, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. Don't miss out on our upcoming build tutorials and Rust movies.